Hey there! If you're looking for a fun and easy way to earn rewards, including cash and prizes, check out the link in the video description.
Two waiters injured in a violent brawl with Brit stags have revealed how the riot erupted after they spent a whopping £1,300 on booze. All 8 revelers, thought to be made up of one groom and his 7 party-going stags, were told to put their shirts on before throwing punches at bar staff. The group was arrested at Balneario Alitas Beach Club, located between Palma and Magaluf, just days before attending a wedding on the holiday island. They were then hauled into a Palma court last night, arriving in handcuffs being trailed by armed cops. Shocking footage appeared to show security guards grappling with the allegedly drunken holidaymakers on the sand. The fight saw one waiter hit in the head and 2 off-duty cops also injured. One of the bar staff heard in the clash claimed the group racked up a £1,300 bill at the high-end restaurant moments before chaos erupted. But it remains unclear on whether they paid their drinks and food before cops arrived. The waiter, who chose to remain anonymous amid fears of losing his job, told Mail Online, "They were good, fine, having fun. But it all started when they started to go to the bathroom, without clothes. We told them you have to wear shoes, you have to wear the shirt, you are bringing a lot of sand and in the bathroom there's a lot of water and if you fall and you have pain or you hurt, we've got a problem." Another staff member told the Brits off for their rude behavior when they began throwing rubbish and cans of beer into the sea, disturbing customers and sunbathers on the beach. Waiter Nacho, who got injured in the violent scuffle, said the group had an aggressive response to the warning and soon found himself repeatedly punched and caught in a headlock by one of the Brits. Revealing the group had apparently been drinking since 10 a.m., the Spaniard described the fight as like a battle. He told Mail Online, "The fight started with that, the trash, because they were throwing trash into the sea, and our colleagues had gone in for a dip because they finished their work, and they tell them to stop. Then they, the British men, start to laugh about him and insult him and some things like that. Finally they, the group, start to hit him. Then more colleagues go to the beach to try to stop and then they, the British group, start to hit everybody. I try to stop the fight, in as far as I can, it was quite difficult. There was the big man in the shorts, he starts to hit me, you can see in the video. He was hitting in my head, in the back of my neck." Nacho added he was left with a nasty bruise on his shoulder after he was suddenly grabbed from behind. The married dad of 2 said, "All the time they don't want to stop, it was like a battle. I have to say in 25 years in working in restaurants in Costa del Sol and here in Mallorca I've never seen a situation like that." Another waiter who was punched unconscious told cops in his statement one of the group of tourists told him, "I'm going to kill you," as he went to aid a colleague in the fight. He was hit in the head from behind by a second man thought to be the same one that assaulted his co-worker. He was taken to hospital for treatment and tests but is not thought to have suffered any lasting damage. The 8 drunken stags have since been ordered to hand over £850 to get their passports back. The tourists will only be allowed to leave the Spanish paradise island once they stump up the cash. But they will continue to be investigated by a judge as part of an ongoing probe following their behind-closed-doors court appearance in the Majorcan capital Palma yesterday afternoon. The men, aged 24 to 30, were told yesterday they were under formal investigation on suspicion of 2 crimes. These include wounding and what can be literally translated as attack against an authority, which covers actions such as violently resisting arrest right up to assaulting a police officer. They have not yet been charged with any wrongdoing, as is normal in Spain where formal charges are only laid shortly before trial. The cash the men will have to hand over if they want to leave Mallorca will be used as a deposit that can be put towards compensating injury victims following any convictions. Looking embarrassed as they held their tops over their head and shuffled through the court doors, the men refused to answer any questions thrown at them as to